Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? Um, I got something to chit chat with you guys about, and I'm gonna do a makeup tutorial with just Dollar Tree things because they had so much, and I got so excited. Every time I go there, I find so many new things. One of the new things that I found was this lip jelly. You can't see it, in here. Okay, I got it out. The name of it is Rose, just Rose, and it's lip jelly. Oh, it twists out. Oh, it's one of these with the brush like this. So, um, hmm, not bad. Actually, I like this. Like when I go out on the street and I don't have makeup on, and that happens a lot. That I have to leave the house and I only have makeup. The other one is this one right here, and this one is named Orchid. Orchid. And this in the reddish. Okay, it's jelly. I guess I didn't really was paying a lot of attention to it, but I thought I was gonna be able to use this as my for my cheeks. Maybe I can, I don't know. You never know. We're gonna put this on with my brush. It's going on very well. I really like it. Red lipstick always seems to look like natural. Can you guys even see that? I mean, over here I got a lot of color on my cheeks, and I don't see hardly nothing on there, but okay. That's okay. I like it a lot. And then I found this one. This one is blush. The color of it is so, I think it's just a number. The last numbers of this, it's 424. So if you go there, that's 424. Okay, easy number to remember. So this is for the chicks, chick, and I hope this is a shade that I was actually looking forward to, but if it's not, oh well. The applicator is like this, and oh, that's a lot. Okay, let's spread this. Now can you guys see that? What is wrong with this camera? Okay, can you guys see it now? Yeah, okay. Okay, let me see. It would be a good idea if I could take out my glasses, but I can't see without them. What I wanted to tell you that I feel comfortable and not comfortable. Yesterday, my son-in-law that is married to my daughter, they've been together for a long time already. And I've always seen him and her, especially him, come a long ways. I'll try this one on under the ice. And when they used to live in Inglewood, He used to drink a lot over there. I never liked it, my husband to drink, because ooh, whoa, whoa, stuff is cold. Oh, there it is. Okay. That feels really, really good. I'm going to go out right now. Right after this. It's already 2:41 here in Las Vegas. And I like it. I like it very, very much. Okay, and it comes in this little bottle. This little box. I want to hurry this up because I don't want this video cutting me off. I don't know much about fixing videos or anything like that. So, anyways, he texted me and he told me that he had this one is a vitamin C, and this is it. And he said he had a nightmare, and I was in it. And so he wanted to see me, you know. Oh, like this too. Oh yeah, I'll put this one up here too. Okay. So there's two things happening. Him, that he said he had a nightmare and he wanted to see me, and I had already planned. I was gonna go to my daughter's. I don't go to my daughter's a lot. I don't like going to nobody's house when I'm not invited. And I didn't have no invitation. My granddaughter went into labor Wednesday, today Sunday, and I called my daughter because she was in the hospital with my granddaughter, and I told her who was there with her, and she said Crystal and Elena, her two oldest daughters. But she didn't say, you want to come over here, or you want me to go pick you up, or anything like that. So I felt I invited, so I didn't go. And then she tells me that that the baby's coming home Friday, right? That my granddaughter's being discharged on Friday. So I had already made plans to go over there. Besides my son-in-law telling me that he had this dream about me. So he said he really wanted to see me, he really want to give me a big old hug and appreciate me, because he said that dream really scared him. And I told him, what was it about? He said he didn't want to talk about it. So I said, okay, well, I need to take a shower. I'm not just going to go over there because they're going to bring the baby. So I take a quick shower, get ready, and I take my son, my oldest son, with me because, the baby's coming home. And when I get there, I'm knocking, no answer. So for a while there, I was getting scared because he kept saying, you're on your way. I really want to see you. And he wouldn't stop texting me. So I get there, and me and my son are wondering how, he knows I'm coming and he's not answering the door. And I forgot that my other grandson was there. I didn't know if he was there. And I know the baby was there. Well, the baby's 4 years old. And he comes and opens the door, but he can let us in because there's a bar there. So he said, let me get the keys and you come in, Grandma. And so I said, where's your dad? He goes, right there, asleep. So when he said right there, I figured, right there, and he's yelling, Dad, Grandma's here, Dad. And he's not answering, so I'm thinking the worst because what he was telling me about this nightmare. So I'm getting scared, and then all of a sudden here comes my other grandson. And then I told him, hey, where's your dad, man, And he opens the door, unlocks the door, and lets us in. Then I see that my son-in-law, he's knocked out. He's freaking drunk up his ass. I had no idea. I had no idea that he was drinking, And so I go in and we wake him up. It took a while to wake him up, and so he wakes up. I'm up here thinking that he's drinking because of these, but then when he wakes up, he's totally drunk. I mean, he's really, really, really drunk. And I said, oh my God, his slurage in his voice, and like a freaking drunk ass, and well, that's better on the blush. Yeah. So I tell him, hey, I remember that I need a big screwdriver, the one with the star. I don't know the name of them. And so I tell him, hey, do you have a big screwdriver? The one with the star. And he goes, yeah. And then he goes in the garage. The garage is right there where the kitchen is. And he tells me, come and see which one you want, because I got a lot of big ones. So stupid me, I go in there. And as soon as he hands it to me, he grabs me by my arms. And then I figured he just wanted to hug me. And then he kisses me, and then kisses me here, and then he smacks me in the mouth. And I say, hey, don't do that. And he goes, why, you don't like me kissing in your mouth? I said, it's no biggie. I said, my dad used to kiss us all in the mouth. A smacker, a smacker. Not, kiss. And he does it again. I'm telling you, stop, leave me alone. What the hell, I'm your mother-in-law, and I told him, I don't know why in the hell you're drinking. Your granddaughter's coming home, and I know he didn't give a shit about that. He was too drunk. I've seen him drunk before. I mean, he's been married to my daughter for a long time. I didn't know if he would ever in his life or my life, he would do something as stupid as low as that. So he grabs me really tight because I'm trying to get away. And he's hurting my hand right here. And then he grabs me from this hand like this, and I don't know if you can tell, I am bruised, this hand. Here's my other one. You see? And it hurts. It hurts to oh my God. Oh, I just set it up again. The hurt. And so he legs go at me. And then he grabs me from behind, and I let go at him, and I tell him, you need to stop this shit. I don't know what's going on. And I'm almost at the door, trying to get to the door. And I get out. And he stays back like 2-3 minutes. My son's sitting at the dining room, right around the corner from the kitchen. And my son looked at me like something, and my grandson comes out and says that, he wanted to go to the gym and he wanted a ride. So I figured right there, this is my time to leave. Said, I'm not going to be here when the baby gets here. So I tell him, hurry up, get your stuff and I'll take you. And he goes, you're going to take me? I said, yes, get your stuff, hurry up, and let's go. And then we go outside and he follow us. My son just stays there because he figured he was just going to wait for, my daughter come home, And Johnny goes right behind me, and he jumps in the car in the back seat. And I first I was gonna take off with him, and then I realized, no, what the hell, I'm coming back by myself, No. And I said, you need to get off. He goes, you serious? I said, yes, get off. I'm not taking you. You're drunk. And his son, that I'm taking him to a gym, he says he does this all the time. So, he'd send me so many texts tell me that he's always thought about me and that I get better with age. Bunch of stupid nonsense that I can't repeat. Before I get out of the garage, he tells me that he wants to kiss me. And I tell him, no, I'm not gonna kiss you in. We're done and I'm getting out. And he tells me, you know what I want? And I said, no, I don't know what you want. He goes, yeah, you do. He goes, I'm not sure of two things, okay? The other thing, or if he wanted to kiss me, French kiss. Okay? I don't know. And I don't want to think about it. But, all the texts that he sent me, I screenshot them. I have them all if something should ever happen. I would die. I would die. My daughter finds out. All my granddaughters. I've been living here like forever, and they never come over. They never visit me. They never call me. They never invite me nowhere. I don't see them at all. Period. The only time I get to see them is that if it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or Easter, or somebody's birthday. Other than that, I don't get invited to the house. And like I said, I don't go to anybody's house uninvited. And I was like, my granddaughters never want nothing to do with me. My daughter never bothers to visit me, to call me, see how I'm doing, or things like that. I go, so can you imagine this happening? This is her husband. She loves this man, and she's proud that she married him, and married him, and they have a house, they have beautiful kids, they got three girls and two boys. My youngest grandson, he's I think he just turned 18, and the youngest is 14. I mean, the youngest, he's 4 years old. They were not expecting to get pregnant, but they got pregnant. But now she fixed herself, and that's not the thing. The thing is that this is my my daughter's husband, and this is her marriage. When I was pregnant with one of my babies, my husband decided to go to a bar and get totally drunk. And I had just been with them for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And at that time, I thought, we have already been together for a couple of years, so I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a baby, because I'm not the type that I would have. Oh shoot, where I get this? I'm not the type that you would just have a baby to have a baby, All my babies are planned. I got 3 boys and 1 girl, and even though I wanted 1 more girl, I didn't. What is this? Pencil. Oh, I am blind. I didn't because it was already enough. My last pregnancy, My baby came at 6 months. So that was it. No more. My body was not holding the baby inside. So I could not go trying to get pregnant again. You know, I always figured I wanted a little girl. You know, but that's okay. Somebody's cooking something. That's okay. But anyways, I'm looking at this. I mean, I'm just blown away. I am off and on crying, letting nobody see me. And I just came home. I told my daughter, I need to go home. You know, my husband is hungry and he wants to go eat. I could not go inside the house no more. And I just figured I'm never going to come back to this house. My daughter's going to be more pissed off at me because she just figures I would go, but I don't get invited. And every time I go for something or something, I always feel so uninvited. I feel so distant. You know, like everybody's so busy. You know, they just don't want to sit there and talk or whatever. You know, and I just don't feel good. You know, and then I decided, okay, my great granddaughter is just barely born. You know, and to them, I guess I'm not a good grandma because they have no desire to see me or visit me anytime ever, you know? So I said, now I got a great granddaughter. She's a baby, she's 3 days old, you know? And I figured I would go visit when he's not there. And if he happens to go, I will leave. But first, I need to make it clear to him. I don't want him coming to me and give me a hug, because he always does. We always hug. Every time we get there, you know, the kids hug me, you know. We all hug each other, and I don't know how I'm supposed to do this now, you know. I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. So that's the way that I was thinking that I could do it, you know. I don't think he will ever say nothing, you know. I don't think he will ever say anything, because I don't think it's best for him at all, period, you know. I can barely see. I mean, for the past week, my eyes have been hurting really, really bad. And yesterday I took some drops, but I guess they didn't do any good, you know. I don't know if you guys can see me clear, probably wondering, what the hell is she doing? You know. Well, I'm a makeup freak. That I am. um, yeah, so I did tell my daughter that I'll be back later, you know, or tomorrow, this next day, you know, Saturday. And I didn't. I took out to the street. I didn't want to be home. I just kept crying and crying and trying to think, like, when the hell will he do something like this, you know? He's married. He's my son-in-law, my daughter's husband. My granddaughters will hate me. I can't come home and tell nobody because he's not a stranger. He's not a stranger, you know? He's supposed to. And before I left to the street, I was I put on the TV so I don't get so I can stop thinking about it. And a show came on, and I don't know if it was my stepfather, my father, or something with the father. Um, so I figured I'll be listening to this while I'm getting ready. And in the show, the young girl, her dad, puts his hands on her while she's asleep. And then at the end, she accuses him of uh, um, sexual assault, something like that. And I mean, he just put his hands on her. He didn't do nothing else. And then I said, that's sexual assault. I didn't know that, you know? And I'm always watching Law and Order, and then at one of the series that Olivia, about 2 times or 3 times within all of them, she accuses this guy of sexual assault. And in other one, she was raped or anything like that, you know? And, but I just say, why do you call it sexual assault when, you know, it didn't happen? And then I see it again. And and the girl there is telling the court, and she wins the case, and so yesterday when I was out, I told my friend, so when you're not touched, like, all the way through with, it's called sexual assault. She said yes. And then she tells me what happened to her when she was young. So I said, okay, well, I need to tell you something. I want to tell you something. And I was just trying to get more knowledge, opinions of what happened, And one of the things that I do know that I'm not thinking that it will happen is me telling anybody. No way. No way. I can't. I am already hated enough. I don't need to be hated more. Then I'm already hated, You feel it. You feel, this is my my only daughter, and I figured she would like to spend some time with me, but that's not the case. She never wants to spend time with me. Once in a blue moon, like out of the blue, she'll say something like that, want to go out and eat because she's bored or something like that. And I would have to die. I would have to die if something happened like that. I'm already thinking all the time of how I would do something like that. And then I say, either way it happens, they would be hurt. And I figured, as long as they don't know that I did an accident, they would probably be at peace. Not too long. And I'm sorry to say that, but, and I don't know how that sounds, but yeah, that's how I feel. I have a son in Colorado, but even if I told him what happened, he likes my son-in-law a lot. He likes him a lot. If I told him what happened, he would find it very hard to believe that he would ever do this, because he's been in the family for so long, but you know, my son, he will get on the plane. He will get on the plane and come over and kick his ass. This son of mine, that he has always studied kickboxing. He loves it. He loves that kickboxing. And when he was here in Vegas, he was also going to a kickboxing thing. It was private, but I don't know if they're all private. But yeah, and so, and I don't know if he'll just leave it to me. It has to be left alone. I love my daughter. If you are a parent, you have an older kids like that. Oh, it doesn't matter how old they are. Yeah. Sorry, 3 o'clock. The world has changed so much. Um, it's just horrible. We don't live in a safe place anymore, and the devil is turning a lot of people against each other, not even thinking of who they are. you know so things have to stay like this forever, and I would have to forget about it and just tell myself, okay, he was very drunk. you know I was wearing my glasses. God. Yeah, I would have to say that he was drunk, and he was way out of line, and I don't know where in the hell he was coming from, or why in the hell was he even thinking to. As you can see, I'm not a young goose. I'm not an attractive lady. I'm not an attractive young lady. I'm older, you know. Um, he lost his mother in 1997. And I remember after that how much he talked about his mother, and always telling my daughter that for her to spend time with her mom, because we're not here forever, and if if I should die, then she's gonna be left without a mother, and she's gonna regret the rest of her life. And then she just continued to do what she does, and a couple of years later, her dad was calling her, and a lot of times she didn't want to answer the phone, and he would tell her, why don't you just answer the phone and find out what your dad wants? And he goes, no, no, no. He only wants to talk about my mom and this and that, and I'm tired of hearing it. Well, there was one time that they were trying to get hold of her, and she wasn't answering. So I got on Facebook, and I was just looking, and I said, one of the kids there said, when did my uncle pass away? And I looked and I said, is this somebody else in the family, or is that him, because he comes from a big family, and the name is like maybe 3 times around there, maybe in the family, and so I call my daughter, and she answers, and I tell her, no, look, you need to call your cousins. Something's happened, and I don't know if it's your dad. And then she calls him, and yeah, he died. A few weeks before that, his ex got some guys. I don't know what was going on. Not his ex, the living girlfriend he had, got some people to kick his ass, and they all had bats and all that stuff, and he was beaten very bad, and his sisters were always telling him that he needed to go to the doctor because he was having really bad headaches, and he said, no, it's just a headache. Then he would tie a band around his head and really tight, and so then he doesn't come home for about 2 days, and they're looking for him everywhere. And then they finally find him because he has a tattoo right here on his chest where it's 2 hearts, and he has his name and my name. So they tell them, the corners, that they're looking for somebody who has a big old tattoo, because he was a John Doe, wherever he fell down, or knocked out or whatever, he had his backpack with him. He had his backpack and his wallet and his cell phone. So they stole everything. And in the backpack, he had 2 letters. He was gonna mail out to my son and to my daughter. I don't know what they said. They never got to them. But the sister told us that that's why he left, because he was gonna go to the post office and drop them off, or wherever, that he had written both of them. And when they talked to the corners, they said that he was there for like 2 days, and he just died. He just died on their table because he was a John Doe. They couldn't do nothing, and then found out he was hemorrhaging from his head, and that's what he died of. So no, they didn't attend him because he was a John Doe. This is Mexico to you. This is Mexico. Okay, I was born in Guadalajara, and my mom, my dad, they lived in Mexico for a long time. I lived in Mexico till I was around either 7 or 8, and then we came to the United States. We lived in Venice, California. After that, we moved to San Fernando, California, and then after that, I lived there all my freaking life till I moved here to Las Vegas. And now I've been here to Las Vegas more than 20 years. And Yeah, she freaking loves her dad to death, but there's nothing she can do about it. He's gone, you know. And that was my that was my first love, my true love, my love at first sight, and everything, you know. And me dying, since they don't pay attention to me, or when he died, I was like, why not me? I mean, they never look for me. They don't even care about me. Why didn't I die? How come take him? You know, why take him? You know, she adored him. You know, she was like his little girl, and even though she lost the phone, she loved him. And so did my son, but my son was kind of mad at his dad, because after we split up, he never looked for us. He never even gave me money to raise him or anything like that, you know? And I am still here. And now, and because I'm here, they bother, you know, on Mother's Day to buy me flowers or whatever. And I'm only going to see him on those days, you know, Mother's Day, you know, Thanksgiving. When I go over on Thanksgiving, I feel so uninvited, you know. But anyways, I wanted to tell you that I guess that's what it was. Sexually assaulted, whatever. Oh my God. Do you guys have any ideas of how to get over this, or not even think about it? Please let me know in my comments. If anything else happens, I don't know, just subscribe, so just in case I put up a video. If you guys are still here, thank you so much for listening. I haven't really talked to nobody but my friend yesterday. Nobody knows. Nobody, I can't tell nobody. Sorry. You guys have a blessed Sunday. Today is July 6th, 2025. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around and listening to my nonsense. Bye.